Kenyans are still shaken by the murder of the Election Commission IT expert. The killing of Chris Musando has raised fears that it could be a premeditated act to get the elections postponed. New Vision TV is closely following the disturbing story and how it could affect the election's outcome. Following the killing of Chris Musando, the IT expert at the Independent Election Boundaries Commission, calls for the postponement of the elections are being made. Kenya goes to polls on August 8th in a tight race between two men whose fathers, Jomo Kenyatta and Oginga Odinga, shaped the history and politics and now define it in the context of their sons. Responding to calls for postponement, Kenya's President Uhuru Kenyatta, in a statement on Tuesday, August 1st, insisted the elections have to go on as planned, saying the murder should not be used by politicians to delay the general election. Instead, the president ordered the police to speed up investigations, apprehend the killers and bring them to book. Kenyatta, who is seeking a second term in office, also directed security for IEBC staff to be beefed up immediately. Musando was one of the few staff at the commission with knowledge of location of the ICT servers to be used in transmission of election results. He was due to conduct a dry run program on Monday, July 31st, to demonstrate how transmission of results would be done, but he was found dead. The IT expert went missing on Friday after he appeared on TV to inform Kenyans about the tight proof system that the commission was to deploy during the elections. With it, results would be seamlessly transmitted and the system was hard to hack to tamper with the results. His death has fed into the opposition narrative, accusing the state of having a hand in the IT expert's death. The race between Kenyatta running on the Jubilee Party ticket against Raila Odinga, who is an opposition alliance named NASA, is tight and raising tension. Already, there are fears of violence and people are reportedly leaving big urban centers, including Nairobi and Kisumu. Analysts say Odinga has closed the gap between him and Kenyatta, so any opposition propaganda linking the state to the murder could see him gain more support in the last few days to the elections. This has raised fears that any wayward opposition support could do something silly to tilt the scale into favor. The killing of Musando helps the opposition, which has quickly seized it and turned it political. It is also using by suggesting that the IT expert had to be killed to fail the election software so as to facilitate rigging. In opposition circles, it is being rumored that Musando was tortured so as to extract information about the location of the servers from him. These claims are, however, flawed because the state must have other means of finding out if it needed the information. And this also raises the possibility that the killing could as well be the work of the opposition, which lacks other means of getting the information. A source in Jubilee says Odinga and company are aware of the impending defeat and are getting desperate as the polling day approaches. According to the source, who preferred to remain unnamed for personal safety, NASA wants the election postponed for it to have more campaign time. The source further said, besides Kenyatta and Odinga, there are 6 other presidential candidates whose security is light and one of them lives in a slum. There are fears that if any is killed, the election will have to be postponed in accordance with the law.